Hey YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Liam here, and thanks to popular request, today we are looking at the On the Run .184, also known as the OTR Flowpen. The OTR Flowpen is probably one of the most common graffiti tools out there. This is a pump action system marker, so before you start to write, pump down a couple of times, go to town with your tag, and you're all good. So yeah, there's two sizes to this marker. There's the larger size, the OTR .084, which is 16 centimeters long by 2.5 centimeters wide, and then with a nib of 15 millimeters long by 10 millimeters wide. Then there's also the smaller version, which we're going to be working with today, the OTR .184, which is only 10 centimeters long and 2.5 centimeters wide, and it has the same size nib as the bigger OTR, 15 millimeters by 10 millimeters. So yeah, what you need to understand is that there is no difference between the .184 and the .084 besides the size of the marker. They both have the exact same ink, nib, and mechanics inside, so they will perform the same. It's just obvious the .084 holds more ink than the .184, and the .184 is definitely more conceivable than the .084. This marker comes in 6 hip colors: black, navy blue, red, green, violet, and raspberry pink, which is like a real nice mix of violet and red. I don't really know why they called it raspberry, because that's kind of queer, but whatever, no disrespect to OTR, they know their shit. Anyways, today we're going to be checking out the navy blue. My personal favorite is violet, but fuck it, navy blue is pretty dope too. You can purchase your very own OTR Flowpen on almost all online graffiti supply retailers. I recommend bombingsigns.com and artprimo.com. There you can pick up the larger size .084 for about $7 plus shipping, or the smaller size .184 for about $5 plus shipping. If you live in or around Toronto like myself, I recommend you go reach the bomb shelter or Outline Art Supplies. There you can pick up the larger size for about $10 or the smaller size for about $7, no strings attached. Now I'm going to talk about the mechanics and ink inside this marker. First of all, OTR put their patented pump action system inside this marker. It is very similar to Montana and Molotov markers, and is the best pump you'll ever find in any graffiti marker out there. Also, what makes this marker very unique is the ink it uses. The ink inside the Flowpen is very free-flowing. What this means is when you pump down on the nib, more ink can flood the nib, which can be used to create drips throughout your tag. Which is great if you like drips. If not, you just don't pump down on the nib, or you pump down less, and you can create a nice control line. This makes this marker very versatile. The ink inside this marker is very permanent and completely weather resistant and scratch proof. What you will find is the ink inside this marker is not very opaque, so if you write on glass or another clear surface, your tag will still show up, but it would be somewhat see-through. This is evident in some colors more than others. So if you're looking for an opaque ink, the Flowpen is not necessarily for you. If your tag gets buffed over with paint, the OTR Flowpen bleeds through better than, I would say, any other marker out there. If you get buffed with chemicals though, the Flowpen has a hard time holding up. Other than that, you can conquer the streets with this bastard. But enough talk, let's take this bad boy to the streets and see how it performs. Alright, the first surface we got lined up for the OTR Flowpen is normal white paper. Now you see this everywhere, whether it be your black book or you're just practicing. White paper is always going to be there. So one thing I want to warn you about the Flowpen is, so since the ink is so thin, it loses ink quick. The Flowpen honestly goes through a lot of ink a lot quicker than almost every marker out there. So that's one thing you want to be aware of, is always check your ink level before you go out bombing. Because, trust me, you could get fucked over sometimes. And I learned that the hard way. Alright, so let's try it out. I'm not even going to pump this baby before I go because the ink nib's already like juiced up. Alright, let's take a look. Remember, I didn't even pump this marker, and it's still looking fine. A bit of streakage at the end, but other than that, it looks good. A nice deep blue color. So yeah, it's looking great on this surface. You know, I'll give it a 3 stars because if I were to pump it, it would just look that much better. I just don't want to waste my ink. So yeah, looking good. 3 stars on paper. Alright, let's get into this. The second surface test for the OTR .184 is laminated paper. Again, if you're big on sticker slaps, you're into getting your name up via sticker, pay attention to this surface test because all stickers are laminated. And I might give it a bit of a pump this time, the OTR Flowpen, but barely. Look, see, already getting drips from that little pump right there. Wow, that's ridiculous. Alright, let's try it out. Alright, now if you look closely, I don't like the way the Flowpen performs on laminated paper, especially if it's really juicy, because the ink is so thin, it tends to kind of clump together and kind of get a bit sketchy and making it look like my tag's having some kind of stroke here or something. I don't even know. It looks weird. So I'm not really feeling the OTR on laminated paper. So on this surface, you know, I'll give it probably about 2.5 stars. Alright, here we go with our last surface review for the OTR .184. Everyone's favorite, metal. Now, you know you find metal everywhere when you're getting up outdoors and indoors. Metal's always going to be there. So this is a really important surface review. So let's check it out. Now, I'm not even going to pump because I don't want to waste my ink, but it might still give me drips because this nib always stays juiced. Alright, now that looks great. Very nice color. The blue almost has a bit of like a purpley tinge to it, but barely. Looking really nice. No drips because I didn't push down anywhere, but a bit see-through. You can see what I mean. It kind of is a bit light and see-through at some places, but absolutely no streaking anywhere. So on this surface, I'm going to have to say 5 stars. It's probably the first 5 stars I've given out because I love the way this marker performs on metal. Alright YouTube, you pretty much know all there is to know and more about the On The Run .184 marker, also known as the OTR Flowpen. My final overall rating for this marker is going to need to be 4.5 stars out of 5. I'm a huge fan of this marker. If you don't already have one, I strongly suggest you go down and pick one up however and wherever you can, because it'll be worth your money and you won't be dissatisfied. So yeah, that's all my time for today, YouTube. Stay tuned because I will be posting a detailed buff test on this marker. During this buff test I will try to buff it with chemical solvents and try to spray over it. So yeah, give me marker reviews you want to see. And stay tuned for great videos. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just post it on this video. So, again, my name is Liam, and this has been So Dirty Yet So Clean.